Hi, it's Jeff and Terry again here from the Buy-Sell Network Realty. We're coming to you today with the next update of the market here in Peterborough. And so I'm going to pass it over to Terry and he's going to start and have a look at some of these statistics with you.
Yeah, so we like to kind of keep the update to be local because there's no sense of reporting on numbers that are, you hear a lot of stuff in the news and that, but it's kind of like regional or for Toronto or Vancouver, because they like to report a lot in those.
Right.
But I like to keep it local, what's happening in Peterborough. So in the city of Peterborough, the average sale price is right now at $434,000. And when we first came into the year, it was actually higher than that. And once the COVID thing hit, then the prices dropped about 9%. But we're still a little bit higher than what we were a year ago from today. So we're at 434,000. And the months of inventory, so months of inventory, what that is if we were to sell every single house on the market right now without any new ones coming on, it would actually take 4 months to sell them out. And so right now we have about 4 months of supply, right? And that's gone up, right, since on average. So mainly I think that is because of the COVID issue that in March a lot of people decide, as soon as that hit, they're like, I'm not going to sell my house. No way I'm going to go through this. There was people that listed that had to sell or were currently on the market. So we had a lack of listings. But there was very few listings coming on the market. So right now what's happening is people are kind of getting back to normal. They're feeling things aren't that bad, so they want to move this year. They're actually been listing their house. So you see the supply going up, right? Now the days on the market, right now it's taking about 25 days on average in the city to sell. Now you have to remember that's when the house goes actually solid sold. So there is, if you list your house and you get an offer on it, there's a lot of times it's conditional, usually conditional for about 10 days before they can remove the financing, insurance, inspection clauses, right? So, if you take that off of there, right, so you're looking at, about 2 weeks on average before they get an offer on the house, and then it goes solid, right? Now some houses, right, as you know, when they're selling, they're getting maybe 1 or 2 offers or multiple offers if they're the right. So the rural, it's crazy in the rural right now because the average sale price right now is $556,000 for the average house in the country. So that's beyond the means of a lot of people in Peterborough. But what we're finding is a lot of those houses are like over $1 million houses have kind of brought the numbers up. The average is up because they've been selling more of those homes, right? Have been on the market, right? And so we got days of inventory on the market there, or months of inventory, sorry, is 5. So that's about, for the country, that's about traditional, out in the country it's taken about, 5 months of inventory. And the days on the market about 53. So again, the same thing with the 10 days condition, so about 30 days to sell, and then, another week or 2 to remove conditions, and that brings you up to like the 53. Right.
So it's interesting too, Terry, that with the rural properties, even though inventory or the number of the months of inventory has been going up as well, the prices have been going up quite substantially. And I think traditionally we could sort of agree that as inventory went up, pricing typically would either level off or go down a little bit, but we're certainly not seeing that dramatic.
The really interesting thing is that it's up about 34%.
Wow,
over last year, the average sale price. And in the city, number of listings in the city right now is 369, and in the country is 369, and in the city is 247. Now that includes conditional offers and stuff too as well, right? So.
Now, just comparatively speaking, based on your experience, like if we just look at the city at 247, like I'm sure that I remember, not too long ago where our numbers were substantially higher than that. Is that is that a low number?
Yeah, no, that's for the number of listings. That's a low number. So the inventory traditionally would be, at this time of year, would be much higher coming on the market. Normally you get a lot of listings coming on in, starting in the new year, like that March, April, May is your highest list months of the year, right? And but that was all blown out the window. So there's still a lot of people holding off, like they're still waiting, holding back. That's why the numbers are here, right? So I think as times go on, it's kind of like I was mentioning to you about if a really good movie comes out right now, would you really go to the movie theater and sit in that
Yeah.
room with all those people close by. A lot of people still aren't going to do that, right?
Right,
So
right.
I think the same kind of thinking is with the real estate market. They're like, oh, I'm still nervous about people coming through my house yet. We've got a large population of seniors in our area,
Yes,
so
absolutely.
which really affects them. They're all scared of it. But anyway, so that's kind of where we're at right now. So.
Yeah. So again, we're certainly extremely positive about what's happening in the industry. If you've watched our previous videos, both Terry and I are always very positive, certainly.
Yeah.
Based on what we see, it's nothing drastic and nothing to be super concerned about. It does certainly, perhaps make us think outside the box a little bit as we move forward with our clients. But
yeah, so I set a listing appointment with a fellow this morning, and one of his questions to me was, he was wondering where is the market going. He's worried about it, and so on and so forth. But I told him, I said, we really don't have a good handle on that till maybe after this month here, because I think June's going to really tell us a lot. But once you get out of June, which direction kind of things. But right now, it's kind of really leveled off, and the supply and demand's kind of been equaling out. So we haven't seen a drop in prices, right? So, and also I think because of the previous before the COVID thing, there was a lack of development stuff going on because of the provinces and the cities not getting approval for subdivisions.
Yes,
and
I
things.
forgot
So
about that
it's
aspect of it.
It's put a big
the construction side.
yeah, the market's tight. Yeah.
So we certainly appreciate you taking the time to join us today, and we look forward to hopefully having you join us in the future. Please follow us on Facebook. Peterborough Real Estate for sale, PeterboroughForeclosures.com. Any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to Terry and I. We'd love to chat about it. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Have a great day.